Welcome to
Crazy, right?
A podcast
Be your own person.
for those affected by
Crazy, right?
mental health,
I wanted to just try it.
Crazy,
It's something that I've struggled with for a while.
featuring live improvised music
Now I finally got my head right again.
by your host,
am I right? Crazy,
It feels good to talk about it.
right? Crazy, right?
Dave Asher.
My guest today goes by Orphan Schlitz. He is a self-diagnosed maniac and a lo-fi punk noise musician in Chicago who has many grudges against family, former employers, and generally anyone who disagrees with him. Schlitz, thanks for joining me here today in my studio. I'm going to step over here to my piano. Probably a good place to start from. Just beginning with, have you ever done an ink blot ever?
Oh, well, you interpret what you're seeing.
Right.
All right. Like, you just go where it fucking takes you. What about the profanity, right? Just, no problem.
Just say whatever you want. Your brother's looking after you from time to time.
All the time. Like, he's like, without him, I'd be dead, I think. It's just like, although I'm like, I consider myself mentally independent, I'm always dependent on people, whether it's like government for money or my brother, like I'm very dependent. And then so if once I become dependent on someone, I feel guilty about it.
You have no official diagnosis?
Nope, I just diagnosed myself. 1 week I'm borderline personality, then I'm CPTSD, then I'm just narcissist or an empath, or just like I might just be a misfit fuck up, like a tortured artist. I think I'm like, maybe the more I suffer, the better. Then I'll just make good art will emerge from this, like channel the art rage kind of thing. It's like when I used to go record shopping. It's like I had a fallacy or a notion in my mind, like, I'm gonna find a record that makes sense and cures all my pain. I'm gonna find a record that encapsulates, and I realize that's not gonna happen. You're gonna find like a record here and they're like, it's a moment in time. I like this record, I feel good. I'm like, that's how I feel about making Orphan Schlitz. I'm trying to like make a song that encapsulates my whole stupid existence, but it can't be done. It's just too lofty. So I'm just settling for like random bits. The thing that's interesting about Schlitz is all my songs are like usually 60 seconds long. Like a long song for me is a minute and a half or 2 minutes. And my friend was like, you like epic music? I'm like, no, I don't. I like punk. But then I started thinking all these songs, like I like David Bowie, Station to Station, which is 10 minutes. And I like all these prog songs. Like I'm not really a prog guy, but I like a lot of songs that are 6 minutes long and 8 minutes long and 10 minutes. I'm like, that is an interesting observation. He's saying like, you like epic music. I'm like, then why am I making songs that are 50 seconds long? But I think it's because like, part of it is a commentary on like people's attention span. I feel like I can only be interested in a song for 50 seconds. Because that's what I tell people too. I do one vocal take, and if I don't get it right, I move on. That's what Schlitz is about. Schlitz is about like real spontaneity. So it's like if it doesn't feel right, I'm like, fuck it, this song's stupid, move on. So I don't take it seriously. That's what I was telling, like I had this friend and I feel like he takes himself seriously, but not his art. And I feel like I'm the exact opposite. I don't take myself seriously, but I take my art seriously. So it's like I know I'm a goofball. I know my thoughts mean nothing. And it's like, I'm just an insignificant piece of dust in this universe. But like when I make a song, to me, it's a sacred little thing, even if it's completely dismissed and discarded, which generally it is. I do it for survival's sake, basically.
What's the perfect next year of your artistic growth and appreciation?
Just like a simple write-up. They're like little blurbs, like, cause I see, I'm a jealous guy, I guess, too, like, I just get like, why are they writing about this band? They suck. They should be writing about me. Which then my friends are like, you sound like a bitter, jealous old man. And I'm like, that's what I am. And that's what the article should be about. It should be like, Orphan Schlitz, bitter, jealous old man, angry that like 25-year-olds get more press. Which is absurd, but It's like what I do doesn't fit the current model. Like I always make this thing like people want like pitchfork stadium rock. They want like some kind of, they want people like, like I'm not doing that. I'm referencing like Fetus and Throbbing Gristle and fucking like bands that like, they're just pure. They just don't give a fuck. Butthole Surfers. But I feel like they already did it. Why? What am I gonna reinterpret in a better way? That's where like the humiliation comes in. Like I'm just a cheap poser knockoff imitation. That's probably like, we don't need you and your senseless 50-second ramblings. Like I say, that's what I tell people too. Like, I'm a commercial artist, which is hard to fucking believe, and that's where the brevity comes in. I feel like I wrote one of my newest songs is called Beer Stube, and it's about the bar on Irving, Beer Stube, and it goes, get fucked up, Beer Stube. I'm like, this would be a great commercial if Beer Stube needed a commercial and if they would allow profanity on the radio, but I'm like, I could clean it up. So I think someone should be like, this guy has commercial potential in a weird way. Like, yeah, his songs are weird and quirky, because even though I consider myself partly a noise artist, the song does have to have a hook or some kind of melody or it's not going to be interesting. Like, noise is cool on its own, but it's best when it's like noise infused with some kind of little hook. So if like that's what like commercials are, it's just like every time we made a record, I pretended like I was the record executive being like, you guys got to get that record done. Like I try and every album we did, I would threaten to kill myself after it was done. Like death is fun. That's what I'm saying. Death is like a release. Death is like the ultimate goal. Like,
what do you think happens?
I think it's just I don't know. I think I like to dream I go into a dimension where I am the star. Like I like lava, which is cool with this Hawaii stuff. I think my dream of heaven or like afterlife is like I'm swimming in lava, but it's not burning me up, and I'm the star of my own. Like I get all the recognition. Orphan Schlitz means something in the other parallel universe. Like there's no pain in that universe. It's just like,
are there other people there?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's like, sometimes I think no, like I'm just floating in space, but I'm content. My favorite quote of all time is Sartre. I don't know if it's Sartre or Sartre, but hell is other people. That's my whole motto. Where it's like, if this universe was just me and my own brain, I'd be fine. That's part of the Orphan Schlitz. I feel like I'm one man. Like the orphan part is like I am isolated. I'm an orphan. I feel an orphan mentally and physically. And the Schlitz part, it kind of just represents any addiction, The Schlitz kind of represents like the depravity of humanity. So like I'm a lonely man trapped in my own depravity. My life's a mess. Well, that's why I think it's fascinating if you don't know someone, you see them on the bus and you're like, that person seems cool. And you have no idea what's going on in their head. You see like an outer shell of like, oh, I like their backpack. Or like they got a cool jacket. Or like I like those shoes. And they could be inside like suffering, being like, I hate my mom, I hate my dad, I lost my job, my boyfriend dumped me, blah, blah, blah. That's the whole, social media, like what you present is more important than your actual insides, because that's where we are in the universe. It's like your thoughts and your feelings don't matter. It's like your outer shell matters. This goes back to being a commercial artist. Like, they don't need to know my dysfunction in my real life or like my broken family life. They just need a little commercial song to sell the beer to the other dysfunctional, fucked up people, You know what those people always say they want? They want like those people. This is what I grapple with every day. Like those people ultimately are like, oh, I'm worried about my 401k. They worry about retirement. Like they could care. They just want to get through the farce long enough to be like, and then my family had enough money to die peacefully. And I feel like, just kill yourself now. That's my distinction. That's the whole thing about like, I was telling people like, the people I like kill themselves. Like Kurt Cobain killed himself. Like Van Gogh killed himself at 37. Like Hunter S. Thompson had Johnny Depp shoot his ashes out of a cannon. I don't want the car and the Pepsi and the fucking kids. I just want my own personal satisfaction. I want to like die knowing like I did exactly what I did on this fucking stupid mud ball called Earth.
Are you satisfied?
Yes and no. All I ever want to do is like gamble and play punk rock. Like when I was in high school, I'm like, that's my goal. I want to like gamble and play punk rock and maybe have a girlfriend one day. And I've done all that. So that's why partly I'm like my goals here are met. I'm like, I've had girlfriends, I've gambled thousands and lost thousands, and I've made bad punk rock. Like what else can I, like I'm a menace to society is what I'm saying. In a sense that like, I'm not conforming. Like I've never paid a bill in my life, like, because I live in places where I just pay cash, so the bill never comes in Orphan Schlitz's name. Meaning, like, to be a human being on this earth, Dave, is just, you're a commodity. You're a fucking commodity. And I'm like, I am not a commodity. I am a spirit being, so fuck this earth.
If you could change someone's life with a song, would you do it?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't think I am not that lofty that I don't think I have that power. All these records that were cool in 1970, like in 1985, they're worth $1, 50 cents. I'm like, even though they had like this enormous power, you give it 10 years, it means nothing.
Well, I just can't decide if you care what people think or you care how much it's worth financially.
Well, the financial reason only so it would give me great satisfaction. Like, I support myself through my art. I feel like I'll never get to that point. I only want the money from the music for practical matters. Artistically, yeah, it's valued on its own. But if I went online today and said, hey, you know what, everybody? Orphan Schlitz is shutting down and never making another song. No one would give a fuck. They'd go to the job at the library or the fucking food store, drive a truck, and they're like, Orphan Schlitz quit? Oh, we didn't even notice. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? But if Pink Floyd shut down or fucking Fleetwood Mac, my friend once made fun of me because I was comparing myself to Robert Plant. He's like, how dare you compare yourself to Robert Plant? I said, I already accomplished everything I wanted to do. I'm a menace and I'm a misfit, and I did all that. There's really no more for me to accomplish other than like the hope that like, right, maybe one day, like, then he did become a commercial artist. He started writing songs for Empire Carpet and Beer Stube and Verizon and all this shit.
Between that and being the captain of a lava universe.
Right. That's what I want. I want to swim around in lava naked.
Or write jingles for a carpet store.
I know. That sounds really like... But that's kind of what the universe is. It's like this ever-expanding thing that, like, why not? I feel like that's something, when they're talking about how big the universe is, how do I know that doesn't already exist? That's what I was telling that's like, me and my brother go to the track, and like, our horses lose all the time by a nose, and I tell him like, what if there's another parallel universe where all the horses win by a nose? And he's like, I don't know, that's absurd. I'm like, is it? How do I know there's not a fucking world out there where this happens? I have all these quotes where it's like one of those Camus, so I'm like, life is meaningless. Life is meaningless, but worth living, granted you acknowledge it's meaningless. That's kind of my motto, meaning like, as long as you acknowledge that nothing you do matters, that's where the music comes in, like, doesn't matter, no one cares what I do, like, life, you know, it only has meaning that you attach to it.
Thank you again to my guest, Orphan Schlitz. You can hear his music at soundcloud.com/Orphan Schlitz. That's Schlitz like the beer. Or check out his Instagram account at Orphan Schlitz, where you can also find information about upcoming shows. Thanks for stopping by and take care. That wraps up this episode of Crazy Right with Dave Asher. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider writing a review or rating this podcast. And of course, we would love it if you subscribe. I'm Dave Asher, and I'm glad to be here.